guys, what's up? It's Maddie here, and I have my hair in a total updo. I just did not want to deal with it today. I don't know if anybody else has those days, but there are just those days that my hair is going to go up and it's going to flop around, especially when I just not in the mood. I actually did my makeup today. I know it's probably a little different, a little weird, because I've never done my makeup on camera out of any of the recent videos that I've done, but I actually felt better, and I wanted to kind of spruce up a little, kind of be more together for my video. So this is my 24-week update, and I have a few things to update you on, kind of about my doctors. I did have my appointment last Friday, so I'm able to give you a little bit of information. When I went to the doctors, my son's heartbeat was at 150, which honestly is the highest it's been the entire time I've gone to the doctor. It's always been in the 140 range, which is why I thought I was having a boy, mixed with not really having any morning sickness, because that is what the wives' tale is that when you have a boy, the heartbeat is slower and that you don't get sick as much or whatever. So yeah, they don't really tell me much yet. I'm kind of at that point where I'm not like, I already had my anatomy scan. I'm already halfway through my pregnancy, so right now it's kind of in this point where I just go in, they check the heartbeat, make sure everything's okay, ask if I'm okay, if I have any concerns, and then they schedule me for my next appointment. But the different thing is my appointments have been every 4 weeks. This one is in 3 weeks, for the pure fact that after this third week, when I have my appointment, it's on April 24th. They're Fridays, always Fridays. I start my 2 weeks, every 2 weeks. And so, yeah, I go in soon, because I will be in my third, I'll be 26 weeks. I want to say I'll be 26 weeks and like 4 days when I go to my next appointment. Like, I'm sorry, I should have counted out those days. And then after that, I'll be 28 weeks when I go to my appointment after that. And then they are going to do the gestational diabetes test again. I don't know if you guys haven't checked my other updates and you're just checking this one out, or you're a new subscriber. When I first went in, because of my weight and being plus size, they made me do a gestational diabetes test right then and there, and I passed the 1 hour. So I'm going to take that same drink 1 hour and stay for an hour, and then they'll take my blood, and we're going to do that again. And then also, I'm getting a shot. That's what it is. I have a B negative blood type, so I'm getting a shot that will let me have future pregnancies eventually in the future. If I don't get the shot, my body will fight off the pregnancy as if it's something foreign in my body that shouldn't be in there. So I would most likely have a miscarriage every time. So I have to get a shot at 28 weeks, which is what I'm doing, and then I have to get a shot right after I have my son. So, that's not too big of a deal. Might as well get the shot, and then eventually I know I'll have to get the whooping cough shot. And I've already gotten the flu shot right when I found out I was pregnant, because it was flu season. So, yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. I'm pretty nervous because being plus size, I think my biggest worry is either being preeclamptic or getting gestational diabetes. I think I'm more afraid of getting gestational diabetes than being preeclamptic, just because I've had people that I know have preeclampsia, and with gestational diabetes, it's not good. If you get it while you're pregnant, you're more likely to develop type 2 diabetes, and not saying like it's a guarantee you're going to get type 2 diabetes, you're just more likely, and I don't want to worry about that, and I'm going to do my best to get healthy after baby, so that when I have my next child in the future, I don't have to go through as many of the precautions and have my doctors be so worried about me, because it definitely does kind of scare me a little. Any person would probably be a little worried about it. You kind of go in, and they're not like outright rude to you or anything, but there are more concerns, and there are different things that they test you for. Like I said, I already did my 24-hour P test to check my levels of steroids, I believe. no, not steroids. Pregnancy brain. I'll have to link the video, or I believe it was my 22-week update that I mentioned it, but I had to do that and check my levels within my protein levels. I knew it'd come to me. Check my protein levels and everything, so that if there's any protein in my urine, they know now, so they have something to compare it to later on. So I will have another one of those 24-hour tests. So that does worry me, because inducing labor they would most likely, to the best of my knowledge, as what I've seen done, not sure if this is what they do, so don't quote me or anything. I believe they would induce me probably around 37 weeks if they found it before I was 37 weeks. Because preeclampsia, it's really harmful more for the mother than the child. And obviously, healthy baby, healthy mommy is kind of what everyone goes for. And with gestational diabetes, there's just a lot of stuff that you have to change within your diet and everything. So I'm just hoping everything's okay, which is all you can really do. It's not in my hands anymore. I'm already pregnant, so my body's doing what my body's gonna do regardless. So I will let you guys know the results. If I don't get a call, then I don't have anything. That's what always happens. Because I get a little nervous and I'm like, oh my god, why didn't they call me about this blood drop? Because then there's nothing wrong, which I understand now. My mom had to sit there and be like, Maddie, calm down. So yes, I guess let's kind of update you on baby on my app. I am 24 weeks and 2 days. It is the size of an ear of corn, which is about 8.5 inches, which is crazy to think. Because I can imagine it's just probably about this long. It's just crazy to think. And they're about 1.5 pounds at this point. And I have 15 weeks and 5 days left. And then we can go ahead and read a little bit about my baby. It's kind of interesting to kind of read this stuff and see what's going on. And it says, your baby's about 8.5 inches long and weighs 1.5 pounds, gaining steadily at a rate of 6 ounces per week. Which is crazy to think, because if you think about it, it took this long for me to get to 1.5 pounds, and now I'm going to be gaining about 6 ounces every week, right? Yeah, 6 ounces per week. So that's just, definitely they're fattening up more, and it's less. They're still developing their functions and everything, but it's getting more of the weight on, which is going to be amazing when I can feel him kick. And much of the weight comes from accumulating baby fat, as well as growing organs, bones, and muscles. Those little ears are getting sharper and can hear very loud sounds, from a yapping dog to a jackhammer. And also by now, the fabulous base is almost fully formed, complete with eyelashes, eyebrows, and hair. And if it's a brunette, a blonde, or a redhead, actually right now their locks are white, since there's no pigment yet in their hair. So that's kind of really interesting to think about. It's like Jack Frost inside right now. I think it's crazy to think that they have eyebrows and eyelashes at this point. They have fingernails. He can hear me. I believe that I have read that he can see light now. So when it's darker, obviously it's darker in there for him, and then he could, if I flash a flashlight or whatever, it can kind of bug him a little bit more now, which is kind of interesting to think about. As far as symptoms, I haven't had too many this week. I would say mostly I've had a lot of pain in my right hip and kind of the right side of my back. So maybe he's just pressing on something over there. I can definitely feel my hips whitening. It's not like, oh my god, I feel them expanding, but you can feel them uncomfortable and kind of feel like they're out of socket, but they're not. They're just uncomfortable when you're walking and stuff. I definitely still have a hard time sleeping, but I think I'm gonna have a hard time sleeping until this baby comes out, and after I go through the first newborn stage. Like, I think it's gonna be a while before I can get a pretty good night's sleep again. Maybe when I'm a little further along and he's right when I'm like about to have him, maybe I'll get more comfortable. I'm not sure, because some people say they just don't move as much, so maybe that'll work. He's still kicking pretty hard. It's steady throughout the day. It's not, I've heard of like kick counts, so it's nothing I can do a kick count to yet. So I believe they don't even say anything about doing that till about 28 weeks. So yeah, and heartburn. I've had crazy heartburn, but I've had that most of my pregnancy, so that's been going on. But other than that, not anything else is going on. And yeah, I mean, I will definitely do the 25-week next week. And I will talk about my baby shower and stuff more in the future. I have a date set that I want to do it wherever I can do it, because it's the day that works out for me and works out for my family and some of my family out of town that I want to come in. So it'll be in June, which is right before I give birth. It's probably going to be about a month and a half before I'm due, which is probably a little late, probably a pretty good time. I'm not really sure, but it's what works for us. And I'm out of school at the end of this month. Beginning of next month is when finals are. So I'm super excited. Yeah, I mean, there's not much else to talk about now. I shall see you guys on Friday for a video, and then I'll see you next Wednesday for another one of these baby videos. So yeah, bye guys.